Hello, the internet. It is Saturday, the 26th of January. Nope, April 2025, and welcome back to the channel. January? What the hell? Man, we're so far from January. It's not funny. I don't know what I was thinking. January, that's long gone. We're in April. We are on a YouTube stream, but we are here to celebrate 1 year of beamstream.gg. A little round of applause for the Beamstream machine. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll explain what beamstream.gg is and why you should be using it. And then we'll take a look at the announcement for the 1 year anniversary and some new features, including monetization. Hell yeah, monetization. You can get paid to stream. What? So for those that don't know, Beamstream came to me in November of last year. I was on my road trip, November, August, September, October. August would have been September. No, sometime last year, late last year, I was at a little trucks. No, where was I? Combo Waterholes. We were drinking Malibu and pineapple, and we're doing a tech stream. We're having a little chit chat, and my chat was just frothing about this new platform called Beamstream, and I was like, "What is Beamstream?" They're telling me, and the way that they described it was basically a Restream.io. but with a social component. So if you think about what live streamers use typically, most live streamers will not just stream to a single platform, they'll multi-stream. And there's a few different ways to do that. Probably the easiest way and the most kind of like globally acknowledged way is through a platform called Restream.io, something I'd been using for quite a number of years. By the way, I know I'm talking about Beamstream, but we are on YouTube. So if you want to chat, even though I can see the Beamstream multi-chat, please do it on YouTube so that we can all see it later on. I do this on YouTube to keep it permanent because VODs on these platforms get yanked. So this is a permanent stream. I wanted to keep it here. So yeah, Restream.io handles multi-stream, multi-outputs. You stream from your laptop or whatever it is, your computer, your streaming coder, and you send it to Restream, and then Restream sends it out to multiple outputs like Facebook's, Twitch, Trovo, DLive. Remember DLive? Remember that place? YouTube, Beamstream, sends it out everywhere, right? Now, the thing that is lacking on Restream.io, or well, there's plenty of things that are lacking, but it's not a social platform. So you use it and you just use it, and that's it. Beamstream does that, does all the multi-outputs, but it also has a social component, meaning that you have a profile and your stream goes on the Beamstream page, the home page, and you can search up other streamers. Think of it as another streaming platform, but with multi-stream already inbuilt for everybody, and a social element, which is being worked on. A lot of the features that were pitched at me are still being worked on. They're coming. One that is here now, which has been being worked on, is monetization. So you can get monetized on this platform. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Who's doing love hearts on the YouTube? Thank you for the love hearts. So I'm going to read you the email that came through this week, or 2 days ago, celebrating this milestone. It says, "Hi, Gives a Minute. Today marks a major milestone. The first year." I guess I can show you this too. I don't have to hide this, do I? It's just an email. Let me just see if I can make it larger. I don't know if the text will be going larger. Oh yeah, it does. Cool. Hang on a second. Let me just browser this into a big page here. I see some love hearts on the tubes of you. Who's doing the love hearts? Thank you so much. Come on down. I see a love heart as I spoke. Okay, so here's the email. Hi, Gives a Minute. Today marks a major milestone, the first year anniversary of Beam. To celebrate, we are thrilled to activate our first stage monetization program for the initial 300 members who quickly signed up at beamstream.gg monetization sign up. You've been activated, because I did hit that link. Just a side note too, we're at that infancy stage of this platform. So there is not a great deal of people over here yet. So if you want to stand out more, smaller pond style, get over here now. Like, sign up to beamstream.gg. No referral link, just get over here, right? because it's small. It's like those golden days of DLive when no one was there. Well, arguably those golden days still exist if it's just a number basis. That's not. We'll talk about that. The launch of monetization marks the beginning of a new era on Beam, with the 3 revenue sharing tiers designed to reward growth and performance. So the 3 tiers are from bottom to top: associate, affiliate, and partner. Associate is called the standard tier, 70% revenue share, so 70% to the creator, 30 to the platform is what I'd assume. I hope it's that way. It might be the other way. I don't think it. I think it's 70 to the creator. Affiliate, which is the second tier or the preferred tier, 80% revenue share, 80 to the creator, 20 to the platform. If I've got these wrong, it's 20 to the creator and 80 to the platform. I think I got them right though. Partner is the elite tier, the top tier, 90% revenue share. So you give 90% of your earnings to the platform and 10% you keep, or if it's the other way around, 90% to you and 10% to the platform. You see where I'm joking? Not a very funny joke, but who cares? It says here, each tier must be earned. So you obviously start at the bottom and work your way through. I love these programs where you have to strive for things. I love that. Gives you something to strive for, right? Gives you something to aim for. Each tier must be earned. And in the coming days, Theodore Atrashenko, the SVP of Tech, Senior Vice President of Technology, will outline how to qualify for each level. But that is just the beginning. We're also developing Embers, which is Beam's upcoming digital currency. Now, I'm going to just interject there and say that is news to me, because we've had some small conversations in the back end. Angel has come on my streams a few times. He's the creator of the platform. Theodore has been in the chat every now and then. And I recall asking about a digital currency, a cryptocurrency, as it were, something that we could sort of work towards earning to then stake, to have a consensus, to have say in the platform, the way that, as you'd imagine, proof of stake would work on a live platform like it did back in the DLive days. And I'll tell you now, even those early days of conversation was met with a, that's not going to happen. We're not doing that. So this information here, while it doesn't use the word cryptocurrency, it does say digital currency. So is there a difference between a digital currency and a cryptocurrency? Some may argue yes, of course. And the main difference, the usual difference, is typically a cryptocurrency is also integrated with a blockchain, whereas a digital currency doesn't necessarily need a blockchain. It does need some kind of ledger and some kind of place to store information, but it doesn't necessarily need to be a blockchain with its own token. So I might be reading too much into that, too much excitement. I might be wanting for me to read that and see that it says we're getting a cryptocurrency. It doesn't say that. But what it does say is there is something called Embers, which is a digital currency that's coming soon. And this will power upgrades and future platform features. So that's reading between the lines there. You're going to need these Embers to do certain things, to interact with certain features on the platform. You hear me? You see me? You feel me? So it does sound like, that's all the hallmarks for being a cryptocurrency. Possibly a test net. So not a global crypto. Well, who knows? Who knows? I don't know. I'm not asking, does anybody know? I'm just saying matter of factly. Says here, and coming in May, the launch of our official merch store with premium Beam apparel and more. Okay. I've always thought, and I don't know how this will go down, but I've always thought that if you are any of these tiers, associate, affiliate, or partner, they should be providing you with the merch. They should be providing you with the merch so that you then promote the platform. I always found that funny or not funny, haha, but sort of kind of odd on DLive, how you could just buy partner t-shirts. People were buying global partner t-shirts and wearing them. And it's very confusing because it looks like they're a global partner. They've got the partner shirt. Yeah, but they just bought it. Like that doesn't compute to me. Like if these tier levels have to be earned, there should be, yeah, each tier must be earned. So there should be a reward, not just the revenue split, but there should be a reward for the earn. And if you want to promote a platform, you need to promote via visual, which often includes merch. Kind of goes back to the old skateboarding days when you were sponsored and you were wearing t-shirts in competitions because they knew that there were going to be photographers. So if you're photographed in a t-shirt for the sponsor, that's part of your deal, right? You got it. You were it's mandatory. Not that I ever got sponsored, but I did kind of have a bit of flow going there for a while with the NSAA, and I was wearing their t-shirts in any competition I could get into. So yeah, there should be something like that here. You shouldn't just be able to buy a Beam t-shirt. Well, okay, I should be clearer. You definitely should be able to buy a beamstream.gg t-shirt, but you definitely should not be able to buy anything that's linked with those tiers. If you're looking at the associate level, the affiliate level, or the partner level, you shouldn't be able to buy anything that comes with those. They should be given to you as part of earning those tiers for sure. So what else have we got here? It says, this is an exciting time for Beam what can't I read? This is an exciting time for Beam for our growing global community and for our visionary team. Thank you for being a part of the journey. We're building the future together. Warm regards, Angel Munoz, co-founder and CEO of Beam Media Corp. So that came as an email. I didn't see anything in the Discord. I went into the Discord yesterday because this all came about yesterday, and I said happy birthday, and I'm just saying I got met with nothing. Nobody responded. That announcement wasn't there. I don't know about that. Discord. I feel like Discord is pretty important for reaching out and like communicating important information, but maybe not for Beamstream. I don't know. Oh, what is this? Water. I just did a 10K fitness walk. All that said, let's go and have a look at Beamstream so that we can then get a grasp on it. And then I want to tell you what I think Beamstream should roll out progressively from here on. Let me wax about what I think this platform needs. So, and I'm going to do this in a browser that I'm signed into so you can see what it looks like as a streamer here. So go to beamstream.gg. Good game. Beamstream.gg. Hey, puts me on the homepage. No, don't be alarmed. I just saw that big BRB there. That's not mine. Don't be alarmed. If you have an account, you always get put up the front there. It kind of looks like you're getting front page props, but you're not. You're just there because it's your account. So I guess it's got I think Beamstream should. There you go. I guess it's got a nice user interface. So if we scroll around a little and have a little look skins, I got 12 notifications. I think the first thing we should look at, which is the most sought after feature. That's right. The most sought after feature of Beamstream would be the multi-streaming. By the way, there's a few new icons over here. I don't know what these are. We'll check those out in a moment. So if you go to your dashboard, where is my dashboard? No, personal feed. Your channel, nope. Studio is what I was looking for. You go to your studio here. So I clicked on studio up in the top right-hand corner skins. And as you see here, can we see that? Is that large enough? I'll go all the way in, not too far. So as you see here, there are all of my outputs. This is where I'm streaming to. So the top one is Beam. So I'm actually live on the Beam platform, and you can see that by a big generic live up there. I'll just give you a tip right now. That should be green. Red means stop. Green means go. That color behind that should be green, 100%. I don't know why people use red. Red is bad. Red is stop. Red is it's not working. Green is everything's good. I don't know why that's red, but you're live. And again, here with these live icons, they should be green. So we've got, maybe they don't want to be green because it's too close to Kick, potentially. I don't know. So these are the outputs. You got Beam, YouTube, Kick, Twitch, DLive. I got some restream action here as well. Trovo, Partai, Noise, and Rumble. And they give you the viewer numbers as well. which is pretty swish, right? Like you see the individual viewers, and then down here you see a cumulative number of 33 viewers, and you can actually add that as an overlay, which I've done when I'm not streaming live to YouTube specifically. I'll stream to a profile that I've kind of set up to kind of like suit my Beam platform, and I've got that coming up as an overall number of viewers. Now that said, there is a platform in here that lies. This Partai website, they're lying. There aren't 20 viewers there. They bot the crap out of that, so that's a false number. So if you took out 20 from there, I probably only got 12 viewers approx. 3 on DLive, hello DLive. 1 on Twitch, hello Twitch. 2 on Kick, g'day Kick. 3 on YouTube, hello YouTube. And 2 on Beam itself, 1 being me. And 1 on Rumble, hello Rumble skins. But yeah, Partai bots the crap out of it. So that's the most commonly sought after feature. And if you want to add more, there's no limit to this, by the way. You can add as many outputs as you want. You just click the button, you add an RTMP address, and you add your password. You've got destinations up the top here if you want to just go default, or you can just add a custom RTMP and off you go. And yeah, you can add, that's the big difference, right? Like on Restream.io, I used to have the sort of second tier level, which I'd paid for. By the way, they kept offering me a half price every year, and it's like, dude, if you just keep giving me this discount, that is the price, right? I've never once paid full for it. You've always offered to me for half, so make that the price and then halve it again. Of course, they will not, but you're limited. I'm looking over there because that's where I got my iPad sitting there with Restream. I use Restream because in Beamstream, yes, you can add any RTMP you want, but currently Facebook is a little finicky. You unless it's changed in the last 6 months, but when I was tapping into that, Facebook needed a reset every single time and add the new passcodes and all that, whereas Restream somehow has an API backend that lets you tap straight into Facebook. And look, I'll be honest, I don't care about Facebook. I just do it because it's a free outlet on Restream, so might as well. And there's a couple of other ones in there, FC2 and Vaughan Live and Africa.tv. I've been streaming to those platforms. I've been streaming to FC2, Vaughan and Africa for maybe 3 years. And aside from the day that I set up an account there, I've never ever been to that platform, but I just do it through Restream, and I see numbers on FC2 right now. There could be people watching. One of those sites is a Chinese porn site, I think. Is it the FC2 one? It's not Africa.tv and it's not Vaughan. I think it's FC2. It's like a Chinese porn site. Hey, I'll stream wherever they can get me a stream key. Let's continue over here. So there are obviously setups that you need for OBS, but again, any streamer should have their handle on this already. So if you go to the RTMP, you can choose SRT, or you can choose just your default RTMP. So I'm using RTMP. I've actually had glitching with the SRT, secure, reliable transport. Yeah, I don't know. I just haven't had much luck with that. I've got a fiber connection here and it still doesn't really like it. So I just go with the RTMP and it works really, really well. And you all know how that's done. So you punch this into your OBS and then you send OBS straight to Beam, and then you add your outputs in Beam and bam. Now, what I said before about how it's different because it's got a social network. You go to the homepage, transport. Yo. Yeah, I don't know. I just haven't had much. Go to the homepage and you've got gaming channels. So this is what's different, right? You are on a platform now, as opposed to just somewhere where you can send your stream. You're sending your stream, but it is a platform. And these are the streamers that are streaming right now, just like you'd expect. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's something so simple. I don't know why Restream.io didn't do this from the get-go. Just give it a social element. The streams are already in the system. Just list them out in a tab format. I will say this though. I don't often come in here and look at these streamers. I don't feel like there's any need to right now. That all could change, with the Embers and with monetization starting up. That all could change. But as it stands right now, you can pop in and say good day to streamers and stuff, but now how this all works, it's pretty interesting. You see this Logitech G sponsored and Alexander PC sponsored. This person's not sponsored. This person is sponsored. This person is sponsored. This person's sponsored. Most streamers are sponsored. Now, how that works is when you set your Beam Stream profile up as a streamer, you get the option to choose, do you want to be sponsored by, and they list out these available brands that you can work with. At the moment, it's Beam. At the moment, it's Alexander PCs and Logitech. There was another brand in there for a while, and I think they left. Well, the contract expired. I'm not sure what happened, but they're gone. And the way that works is you don't pay for this. This service is free if you agree to the sponsorship. So you might want to read those terms, what they're actually allowing the sponsor to do. And I read them, but I forgot what they said. But I did read them, and nothing really stood out as being too sketchy. But if you're not happy with allowing Logitech to clip your content and use it for whatever, I think that was in there somewhere, like they can use your content, then you might want to say, well, I'm going to say no to the sponsors and I'll pay a monthly fee to use the service. Most of us here, most streamers just accept the sponsorship. It helps the platform. It helps the streamer. Of course it does, because you're not paying for anything. So just be aware that there are terms and there are conditions, and you've got to be willing to abide by those or accept those, and then you can get on the platform for nada. That said, though, I would love some Logitech gear. I don't know what they sell. I remember they used to do speakers. I don't need speakers. Back in the day, they used to be computer speakers. So let me just see. Let me just do a search up the top here. Just a random search for IRL. Frank IRL. Lowball IRL. Vampy Cat Girl. Feral Girl. Global Girl. Spiral One. Deaf Gamer Girl. Whirlwind Dreamer. Voodoo Girl. Voodoo Girl! Shaking that stick and driving me crazy. Let's take a look at Frank IRL. You get a little ad there. Get a little ad up there. You can click on the... So that's another sponsor, Bits Power. Little ad pre-roll into the stream.
What the fuck it's doing tonight?
Into the stream.
Could be just the fucking game though.
Got volume? Did I pause it?
Doing it to me. You know what I mean?
His volume's pretty low.
Alright, let's go.
I mean, I wouldn't stress so hard on it and just give your
I'll turn it right up here.
like a chance to warm up.
It probably is trying to throw up. Hit that follow button over on Beam.
So anyway, that's just one streamer. By the way, that's not IRL, dude. Frank. Oh, that's because his channel name IRL. And these people. Oh, look at. It's interesting that it shows you streamers that are not live.
Let's throw up. Hit that follow button over.
Let's take a look at another streamer. Look at the viewers here. 11 viewers, 18 viewers, 6 viewers, 1 viewer, 3 viewers, 6 viewers, 15 viewers, 25 viewers. So what I was saying before, this platform is in its infancy, and it's now when you can jump in and really get a handle on things and make your stance, you know, like make your position known. Now's the chance. Now's the time. I wonder if you can order them. No, you can't. Okay. We'll take a look at this one. This is... Whoa, 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 whoa. It's this is June Girl from D-Live days. Pre-roll ad, of course.
Business casual.
No, sorry.
Here, sir.
Louder.
You will be sorry.
This is June Girl.
I'll go with the Peter Pan shorts.
I've never been this close to Wolfhound.
And if you...
Chance to get close.
I'll just drop the volume there. But if you look on the side here, you can see that the multi-stream brings in the chat from everywhere. So there's the Kick Chat coming in. There's Kick Chat. What's that? What chat is that? I can't remember that logo. Is that Rumble? I don't remember what that logo is, but the chat brings in from everywhere. And if you go back to my channel, that's interesting. The screen stayed there. I'll just browser refresh. Go to my studio. Where's studio here? The multi-stream chat brings in all the streams from yesterday, all the chats from yesterday, Kick chat's coming in from yesterday. No, my chat's very quiet right now. Not a single person chatting. Thanks for that. Love talking to myself. And there's a DLive chat. There's a YouTube chat. Davo said hello on Kick. Hello, Davo. Sorry, dude, I didn't see it. Sorry, my friend. That you're the first person to chat. Thank you so much. Let's continue along here just briefly. Appearance. You can choose a language, and that's about it. Other things that you got selectable here. Channel settings. My active sponsor is Logitech. Stream player. Okay, that's cool. Support, terms of service, privacy policy, and logout. You don't want to do those things. Return home. Oh, the channel page. This page is your little profile, so you get to like put in your tabs here, your little what you like. Pump Tires website, Starlink referral link, Blue Sky, Twitter, Linktree. Probably should put that at the top. A website, dlive.tv, Kick, and YouTube. And then you got your little about section. I got 56 followers here on Beamstream. Whoops. Oh, it lists them. I did not know that. That's pretty rad. I did not know it does that. These are all my followers. Let's go back to the first one. Netskis was my first follow, then Hendrik, Charles, Theodore. Thank you so much. Balance Beam Bold, Flowski, Shyla, MD Wit, Zapox QT, Zamunds Jim. Oh, that's Jim from Kiloview. Thalen, Striker, Spooky Boogie, Strack Crow, Grooven OG, Azula, Real Big Bry, Moss 2004, Brandon Upchurch, Bat Players, Jude Jitsu, that's a rad handle. Beam Me Up, Drew, VSL, Soulman, Mr. B, Dragus Prod, Preparanian, Logi Rack, Grey Mouse, etc., etc. That's pretty cool. Didn't know that did that. That's pretty cool. So over here, we've done the stream, we've done the channel videos. You get VODs. You get about 5 or 6 days, I think, worth of VODs. Actually, more than that. Look, that's on April 20th. That's April 20, so that's 6 days ago. So you can download your VODskis. In the store, I guess there are things coming here. Buy some games if you want. Films. You can rent films here. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so that all said, 6 days ago. Here's what I think. Download your VODskis. Hey, stop it. Here's what I think Beamstream needs. Right. This is what I think could really set this miles apart from anything else. We're already sending our feed into Beamstream, and then Beamstream is on sending it to these multiple platforms. That's all working nicely. There's a few glitches with DLive, but it's still stop and start, and you work it out. Why can't Beamstream have a little studio feature that allows you to, on Beamstream, add your overlays? Now, why would you want to do that? Well, if you're a streamer and you're not using a laptop, let's say your specialty is IRL. That's why I checked the IRL category. It's my flavor, right? I love the IRL stuff. Let's say you're IRL streaming and you're streaming from a streaming coder. You don't have a laptop. You currently have to subscribe to some platform. There's a couple out there. There's one called Mobile OBS or something like that. There's one called that I used to use called Yo, Charlotte, how you doing? How you doing? Thank you. Congrats on the monetization. We'll check that out too. I forgot about that. Thank you. There's one called, I used to use it called Go Lightstream. You pay for all this, right? And all it is a studio, a web browser, a web-based, browser-based studio. And so it takes an RTMP feed in, and then you have a canvas. And on the canvas, you can add browser source URLs, you can add overlays, you can add alerts. And then it just sends that back out to another RTMP. So in a sense, it is doing quite literally what Beam does, but Beam doesn't allow you to add anything to the stream. It just takes your stream and then sends it. If there could be this point of interjection where you say, okay, I'd like to add a URL that shows the viewers watching on my feed. Now, everyone does that in OBS, right? On a laptop, you can just add a browser source. Everyone does it. Why can't that be browser-based in Beamstream on the internet so that you could just go into the website, punch in these URLs, let them sit, go live. Now, when you go live, if you're in the field and you're not using a laptop, you just send your feed in through RTMP, whatever the device you're using, and bam, you've got your stream with all your overlays, your chat, and all that stuff on it, and alerts. Be so sick. I don't think that would be that difficult. I mean, because people would say, but then they're hosting the stream, right? But they're already doing that to bring the stream in and have it displaying in a gallery of sorts, like on a page with, they're already hosting all the content. So why can't there be a studio that we can jump into and just add our extra pieces on the top? I don't think that would be, I don't know, but I don't think that would be that difficult to implement. And by the way, that would cut out a lot of other platforms. That would cut out Prism. You wouldn't have to use Prism Live. That would cut out Go Lightstream if anyone's still using it. You know what? You can't use it anymore because they disabled the RTMP feature, even though on their ad for their Studio 2, which is their newest version of about 8 months ago, it clearly says in asterisk RTMP ingest coming soon. It's been coming soon for 8 months. I emailed them and I dropped a Discord support line, and they said, yeah, we haven't got it yet. We're not really working on it, whatever. It's like, that's the biggest feature you took away from Studio 1. Now IRL streamers can't use it. Wow, I'm really thirsty. 10K's walking will do that to you. So let's take a look at this monetization, because yes, my monetization's enabled for me, but I don't see anything here on my channel about it. Your channel, follower feed. That's the home button. Okay, your channel, store, your channel. It's a bit strange how it's got start stream up there. I'm already streaming. Go to studio. You can tell I'm streaming because it's red. This is an interesting tab here in the multi-stream chat. This tab here, customize. If you go all the way to the bottom, you can turn off. Oh, sorry, my bad. That's sounds. My bad. I meant to say this. Sorry, I didn't mean this customize button. I meant this little pin button here. It looks like 2 martini glasses. You click on that, scroll down here to the multi-chat. You turn that off, and then you're not receiving multi-chats. You're only receiving Beam stream chats, of which there are none at the moment. So you want to make sure showing at the bottom there is turned on. Public alerts, new sub, new follow, viewer alert, viewer joined, private alerts. That's interesting, isn't it? You can get, like, when someone joins your stream, you can see their name privately. It's interesting. So there's no trolling. See, look, Charlotte Rose started watching. She commented at 2:46 p.m, but she actually started watching 4 minutes later. Scrolling paused. Pretty rad. Okay, so let's take a look at where is monetization. Customize. I mean, my channel's enabled, but it's still rolling out, right? Account settings could be in there. No. Payments and subscriptions. Got a card added. No transaction history, no streamer subscriptions, because it hasn't been enabled yet. Notifications is coming soon. Security. Personal info. Okay. What are these buttons here? Bits power. Electric beverage. Oh, these are sponsors. These are the sponsors. Let's show more. These are the sponsors' channels. That's pretty rad. When the channel's offline, it just gives you other channels that you might like. Huh. Doesn't update them though. It's always these guys. Delta Force and chatting. Okay. Interesting. Go back to the home tab. That's pretty shush. Gaming channels. streamed by hours. What's this? Top 100 gaming channels, lifestyle channels, all-day channels, games. Oh, wow. That's interesting. View top 100. Who did that on... I just got a... What? Did you see that? Do you guys see that? On my... I got confetti everywhere. I don't know if that came up on my stream. I've got a lot of confetti pop up everywhere. Who did that? Can I go back to my chat and see what that was? What was that? Studio. Someone subbed at tier 1. Wait. Is that... Hang on. Is someone... Hang on a second. What happened then? Charlotte Rose did that. I subbed. You... Oh, shit. Okay. Well, thank you so much. That's the first person to sub to my Beam stream. Thank you, Charla. What does that mean, though? What does that mean? Thank you. Did I set up tiers? I didn't even know I had tiers. Tears of joy is what I'm saying. Where are my tierses? Edit channel? No. No. Notifications? I haven't looked at these notifications in a while. Mark all as read. But I did like that came up as the confetti came up everywhere. It was kind of fun. No. 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 So what did it say to you, Charlotte, when you subbed there? Like what was the notice? Log out, privacy policy, terms of service, contact support, channel settings, account settings, channel settings. Is it in here? Live analytics. Analytics. Share content. There's going to be like a thread here for you to share content, send posts and photos and stuff. That's pretty rad. Your VODs. You can clip edit. You can make clips coming soon. Studio home. It gave me a star and a congrats. It says gifting of subs to others coming soon. Let's find out. Charlotte, thank you. Yeah, this is news to me. I don't know. I didn't set that up, I don't think. I don't recall. I did not recall setting that up. Where would that be? Account settings? No, we've been in there. No, channel, studio. Okay. I'd like to know what happened then. I'd like to know where it came from. By the way, can I just interject here? Right now, the chat messages are coming through on Beam, but they're not coming through on my OBS profile because this is the way I've been doing streaming for so long now. I do this once a week YouTube stream where it only pulls in the YouTube chat. My anniversary is coming up for my channel anniversary, Gives a Minute channel. 10 years it'll be in August. And after August, we're going to be streamlining so it's all the same. I hate this idea of one profile for one thing and one for another. Charlotte, have you entered the giveaway on here? $4,000 US of Logitech prizes. I have not, Charlotte. I have not entered the giveaway. I don't need anything. Sounds crazy. I have nothing I need. I'd like an Apple Ultra Watch 3 when they come out, but I don't have any need for that. I want to know, like, I mean, Charlotte, could I be so bold to ask how much did you pay for that tier? And like, here's monetization. Okay. Your channel is enabled for monetization as part of our closed beta. A dashboard with full controls is coming soon, so stay tuned. Your next payout will be $4, which is what Charlotte, I guess that's... So I'm on tier 1. Where was that email? I already closed it. I'm on tier 1, I guess the 70-30 split. Okay, that's cool. Customization. Ooh, custom emotes. Yeah. Oh, so tier 1 is just the sub tier with the no tier 1 emotes? Well, we gotta fix that, Sharla. Let me give you some tier 1 emotes. So these are just general. Let's put them all in tier 1. You get that. You get that. General, poops, and only tier 1 subs get poopsie. Ooh, this is interesting. Tier 1 get poopsie. Tier 2 gets a jack. Should we leave Gloria at just followers? We could bring in more. I got more of those. I need to pop my chat out here. I need to pop out a chat so I can see the shush. We definitely need Gloria and Jack. It was 5 US. Okay, cool. Enter it and do a giveaway if you win. All right, let's enter. Let's enter. Let me just pop this chat out too, by the way, so I can see this on my big monitor. This is like DLive starting up all over again. Charlotte, that's exactly what I was saying. It's definitely those days, you know. It's the DLive days. It's early. We're all here early. Yeah, that's my feeling precisely. So let's enter this giveaway then. Hexy Mofo, how you doing, man? Hexy's over on the YouTube chat. Hey, Hexy. Oh, by the way, I'll just bring that chat back in so that we can see it all here on Beam Stream. I'll show all. Oh, it already is. No, it's not. Oh, wow. Oh, there it is. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, okay. Interesting. I'll just trouser refresh that and pop it out. Doesn't show it there on the pop out though. Doesn't show Hexy's chat on the pop out. That's weird. That's going to be weird. Okay. That's no good popped out if it doesn't have all the chats. That is going to be weird. Let me enter this giveaway though. How do we do that? Let's do that. I'll put that out of the way. So the giveaway, customization, monetization, videos and recordings, community, settings, customization. Where is it? Return home. Giveaways in your profile pic. Oh, thank you, Charlotte. Thank you. Profile pic, channel. Profile pic, sponsored by Logitech. Here. It's a test. Thank you, Hexy. Yeah, it's not coming through there. It's funny. It's coming through. It's coming through on my stream page on Beam, but when you pop the chat out, it doesn't come up in the popped out chat. It's a bit weird. Just mute that. Still don't see that giveaway. What are these icons here? Bits Power. It's Alexander PCs, isn't it? Win the PC we built on stream yesterday. US only. Oh, it's US only anyway. Well, I did see that before. Yeah. Yeah. Here we go. It's the third one down when you hover on your pick. Giveaway, of course it is. Oh shit, I've already entered. Well, how did I do that? I did not enter, but I guess you entered just by streaming. You have successfully entered this giveaway. You currently have 11 entries. I did it 11 times. I only knew of one of those. I did it 10 other times in addition. You complete the challenges and earn XP to get more entries. Earn XP. What's XP? Experience? Here we go. Stream on Beam. 50 XP per 30 minutes. Multi-stream. Check, check, check. Visit Beam's homepage. Received subs and gifted subs coming soon. Follow. I've done that. By streaming, and you probably did challenges you didn't realize you're doing. Yeah, I'm challenged. I'm all challenged up here. Oh, there's a referral link. Here we go, folks. In the YouTube chat, because I want to promote it, you should use that referral link, and you will then get yourself over here. Get yourself the Beam stream. Do yourself a favor. Okay. So apparently I'm in that competition, but it's only for US streamers. Pretty certain. Find US. It's open to individuals who are 18 years of age and older and residents of all countries of the world except Belarus, Burma, Central African Republic, Cuba, Democratic Republic of Congo, Ethiopia, Iran, Iraq, Lebanon, Libya, Mali, North Korea, Russian Federation, Somalia, Sudan, Syria, Yemen, and Zimbabwe, or any United States of America sanctioned country, or any country that prohibits participation in online giveaways or games of any chance. So you are open to it. To enter the giveaway, follow the instructions, which we didn't do, but we subscribed somehow. Okay. Cool. If I win it, I'll give it away. If I win that, I'll give it away. In online giveaways or games of any chance. Wait. I don't need it, so I'll give it to someone, right? If you want it, be in it. Yeah. It's okay. So we're like Charla said, I'm glad that Charla said that. We're at that point where this is all new, right? This is 1 year of Beamstream. Imagine being at the base of YouTube's existence, the first year of YouTube. You might be looking back on those days going, that platform needed a lot of work. Yeah, but then you fast forward to 2025, what's it, 2008, I think? You fast forward 20 years almost, and look at that site now. And imagine you were there at the base, like when there was like 7 people watching a stream, 20 people, 8 people. That's like, now's the time. Like, and as Charla said, we saw this with DLive. We saw this genesis, this building block of something that ended up being pretty rad for a good while there. DLive was a great place to stream. I don't want to get too poetical about it and too historical, but it was a good time for a long while. I'd do sub for entry or dono and specify winner covers postage. Yeah, okay, that's a good idea. Yeah. Hexy, when do they pick a winner? Yeah, good question. I didn't really notice that. I didn't really notice because I don't think I'll. Well, then again, I might win. There's no reason why I couldn't win. There's less people here. DLive was awesome in its infancy. Yeah, those early days. It was like April 2018 or 2019. 2019 was COVID. It was the year before. It would have been 2018, right? April 2018, when PewDiePie dropped that video about a 1 year contracted to stream exclusively on DLive. I was like, what's DLive? Never heard of it. And then he says something like, I'm paraphrasing the way his words, but he said, you earn the currency of the app by streaming, and your viewers earn the currency of the app by watching. My head just went, you say that again to me, PewDiePie? Someone I don't get 2 hoots for. I don't watch their content at all, but run that by me again. You earn the currency of the app by streaming. Okay, that's kind of rad, right? And your viewers earn the currency of the app by watching. That was like revolutionary. Like, you kidding me? I can build my community and we can all earn off the back of me streaming, and you earn by watching? Get out of here. I ran. I I didn't even get no shoes. I ran. I thought, Lord Jesus, there's a fire, and I ran. Ain't nobody got time for that. That's not what I did. But I was sitting on my bed, and I just jumped up to my desktop and signed up to DLive immediately. And then I had to start streaming, and I was like, what are we going to stream about? Who cares? Just stream. Didn't have good internet, didn't have a powerful laptop, had all kinds of technical issues, but we persisted. We fought through. We earned Lino. We staked it. We had a consensus in the saying of the website, kind of, sort of. I staked on my Lino and voted for Boomer, and he's a nice guy. It was wild that it was that long ago, Charlotte, fully. Hexy, when you say that, it reminds me of your giver statement. Yeah, that's Hexy, that's where that came from. That's quite literally where that statement came from. I give you my time to create the content. You give me your time to consume the content. So you see how we're both givers here, and this is a two-way street. So we're both givers. Like I'm giving you the stream, right? I'm giving you this creation, but you're giving me your time. So what would a stream be without viewers? That's a video. So streaming is so sick because it's in real time and it's interactive and it's back and forth. So if you don't have a viewer, you don't have a stream. You just have a video at that point. But if you have a viewer and they're incentivized to view by earning Lino by just sitting there watching, then you're incentivized to create the content and they're incentivized to watch the content. Now, I don't know what embers are going to be on Beam here. I don't know what embers are. I don't know anything about it. But if it's even close to that model, then that's a win, right? That's going to be a win. We don't know. It might be something completely. It might just be like you convert your US dollars to embers and you can buy t-shirts. That will be lame, but that's what it might be. We don't know. But if it's even close to the idea of having consensus to the ongoings direction of the website by staking your embers into the pool for a reward, an API, an APY, this is what we need in this. And look, okay, I slagged off Partai before because they've obviously got a botting problem. Whenever you log in, Partai has right now 20 viewers on Partai. 20 viewers. Hey Partai, if that number's correct, that's too big. If that number is, where is it? Here. If that number 20 is correct, at least one of you could chat. At least one person, 2 people on party. 2 people out of 20 could chat, but the number's false, right? However, they do have they're on the Solana chain and they have their own Partai points. So they're doing something. No one knows what it's going to be, but they're doing it. Beam's doing it. Could be cool. Could be cool. Could be cool. Now, all that said, I also want to be super careful because it's one thing to get excited, but at the moment, I don't want to be. Can I say their name? He doesn't stream anymore. I can say it. I don't want to be Sponge. I don't want to be I Sponge a lot. He attached his wagon to every trailer he could, and he came out swinging and promoting and constantly changing the platform, but promoting and just going for it. And I'm like, dude, it's not your platform. You just stream there. So just remember who you are in the scheme of things. You're just the streamer. There's other people that were coming out sort of presenting themselves as if they own, or if they have as if they have a say in the platform's decisions and directions. No, you're just a streamer. Some of those people are no longer here. Some of them got booted. So just be excited for something, but also just be aware that it's not your thing. You just stream there. And so if the platform, if this Ember stuff comes out and it's not anything close to consensus and crypto and staking and voting and APIs and APYs, then you can't be upset with it. You got to just roll with it. So don't start swinging around and praising everything when you don't even know what it's going to be. The grand prize winner announced on Saturday, June 28. Okay, at 2 p.m. Yeah. 100%. Right on, Charlotte, you agree, yeah. So, and look, I'm not saying I didn't do that, because I definitely did that for the bulk of the initial days on DLive. I was that guy. But I think that it's slightly different because in those early days, as we've discussed, you could earn by watching. So I wasn't just trying to get people to come to DLive to make my channel bigger. Like, come over and sub to Gives a Minute. That'd be great. No, I was saying come over to DLive, and I was trying to get everyone to start their own stream. Come over to DLive and start streaming and start earning this token. It's in testnet. It's called Lino. Who knows what it'll do? It could be the next Bitcoin, right? It could be the next big thing. But you got a chance to earn it right now, right then, 2018, by streaming. Or if you're not a streamer, you can be a viewer and you can still earn it. Like, it was so good. What's the transaction on YouTube? This is my analogy, right? You need to learn how to open up. How do you change the oil on a Mitsubishi Delica? I don't know. Search up YouTube. What do you get in return for searching? You get a video. What does the video give you? Gives you the knowledge. Usually it's knowledge. Usually it's entertainment. Could be a combination of both, but you get what you've asked for. You receive the reward of knowledge or entertainment, and you walk away, and that's it. That's the end of the transaction. On DLive, it was different. You entertain yourself in my stream, and you walk away with the entertainment and the knowledge, whatever we've been talking about, plus you earn a token that ended up having a monetary value. Like, that is so rad. Imagine you earned money watching YouTube videos. Could you imagine if YouTube had a currency, YTT token, YouTube token, and you earned it by watching? Get out of town. That'd change the game. And viewers earn lemons. So at the early stage, there was lemons, of course. Sorry, lemons always existed, but I know it's, yeah. And viewers earned lemons as well. Everyone got rewarded in some way or another. Even the chest was worthwhile. Those days, it's hard to fathom that it failed, you know? Like, it's hard to even consider that failed because it's such a solid mechanism. But I guess it just shows that when the captain of the ship doesn't care where the ship goes, the ship usually runs aground. Yeah. Anyway, we're not trying to talk about DLive. We're just talking about Beam celebrating 1 year anniversary. Not me on Beam. I think if you had to look at a calendar, which I probably could do, I could kind of tell you when I came to Beam. Because I was on my road trip, and that road trip began in late August. And by October, mid-October, I was back home. So I reckon it would have been late September that Hendrik and Dale, and who was the woman? There was a girl. Someone else was there trying to get me on. Callista? Was that Callista? Hexy, even if they had YTT token and you could buy merch from channels you could watch, would be cool. Yeah. But get this. And just fathom this. Think about YouTube when I'm talking about this, because this is again DLive. You earned as a partner, as an affiliate, a verified or a global, and it was different. The global's the biggest, the top tier, then affiliate, then verified, then affiliate. So each tier had a separate percentage, but in those three tiers, you earned, comprehend this, you earned a percentage of everyone else's earnings. Just let that sink in. If you were partnered on DLive, anytime anyone got a donation on DLive, you earned a percentage of their donation. So think about what that means. These big, and it was right around the September 11. It's right around COVID and the Capitol storming and all that hoo-ha with Baked Alaskas and Nick Fuentes and all those political streamers, right? They were getting massive donations, massive. And anyone that was partnered was receiving a percentage of those donations. I remember a time, and I resort back to this to tell this story a few times, but I remember watching Nick Fuentes, right? This is a very charged political streamer, right? Doesn't matter which angle he's on. I don't care for the side, but he's a political guy. He received more donations in his stream starting soon, right? The countdown for the stream, the placeholder for the stream. Now the stream's obviously already started, because otherwise you wouldn't see anything, but it says stream starting soon and there's a countdown. In that stream starting soon, he received more in lemon donations than I receive in an entire year. In an entire year of streaming. He got that in his I'm about to start my stream scene. And the beautiful thing, we all earned off that as well. We were earning a percentage of what he was getting. I was like, I don't care what this guy's talking about. Bring it on. We're all earning off of him. Now, imagine that was on YouTube. Imagine if you were partnered on YouTube in the AdSense program, which most creators are these days if you've passed certain tier levels. Imagine you earned off every single creator. Now, YouTube always talks about, we want to give back to the creators. That's a way you could do it, but they won't. They'll take 30% off the creators for themselves. They won't give any back to the community because there is no community on YouTube. It's just a big sea of creators. It's lousy. But that was really, really cool. Like a really cool incentive. And I remember seeing PewDiePie, Ninjets, the top donation, Ninjets. He's just there streaming, playing some shitty computer game, not even looking at his chat. And I'm just like, thank you. I'm like, thank you. Thanks. These are all coming to me. Cheers. Appreciate it. Percentage-wise, thanks. Cool. And what did that do to the everyday streamer? It encouraged them to strive for those tier levels, right? To progress, to process up from affiliate to verified to global to get more of that percentage. And then they stopped it all. And when they stopped it all, I was like, fuck. And I remember saying to streamers in my chat, people were saying, oh, I'm grinding for partner. I'm grinding for verified. And I remember asking, why? Like, what's the advantage of that? What are you getting? They're like, oh, the status, man. I get verified partner. It's like, but what do you actually get? Nothing. Just you get a little check mark. I was like, do you know what you used to get? Are you aware of? Because I'd love telling the story about if you had have come here when I was trying to get everybody to come over here, you could have earned off those. That verified badge meant a lot back then. It means jack shit now, but congrats on your struggle to get verified on DLive. I miss Bouncy Ball Girl and Lolly Socks. Yeah. Again, whatever you think of their political stance, it's not the point here. The point was that they were on the platform, they were creating for the platform, they were generating income for the platform, and all of us were earning from it. Pretty intriguing. But Beamstream has a lot coming, I guess. There's a lot of, it seems like there's a lot of good people behind Beamstream. And they're not ashamed. They're not scared to come into chats and have conversations, which is pretty good. Like that's kind of like the early Charles Wayne days, coming in and chatting. And that guy who was dancing daily to lose weight. Yeah. I remember that dude. Yeah. And what about old young guy, New Zealand, not Grimsky, the other one. Can't remember his name. He became a photographer and then he stopped streaming. Yeah. Some really interesting times on DLive. Really interesting times. Anyway, that's all I got for you here today on the stream. In a moment, Poopsie arrives here to live. So that'll be interesting. There's big changes coming to Beamstream, big changes coming to life. Coin Captain, yeah, him too. Coin Captain, love the Coin Captain, the CC. Man, I even got Danny Black over here very briefly. Danny, Jay. Did Jay actually stream? I don't think Jay streamed, but he had an account on DLive. I got Creaky over here. I got Xander over here. I had Mark Ensby over here. That's 5 people I brought over, right? What did Danny? I remember Danny came right at the in the golden era, and he still didn't get it. Hey, he was like, oh, I don't like it. That's when we were still friends. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, I don't like it. Like, what don't you like about it? You're gonna just do a YouTube stream, members only YouTube stream? Man, you can earn this currency right now, dude, by streaming. Jay did stream, did he? Okay. We could sit here forever. We can't though. I gotta go. Hey, thanks for being here. Thanks, Hexy. Thanks, Sharla. Thank you, Beamstream. Congrats on 1 year. Looking forward to the year coming ahead. Thank you for monetization. Appreciate it. Cheers, Azizes. That's empty.